What's cracking, everybody? Today we're shredding down a brand new-ish 3.3. This one has about 2.5 quarts, maybe three through it, for a nitro slash. So here we go. It's what it looks like in a brand new motor. We're gonna do a little comparing back and forth between the old school 2.5 and a very new 3.3. So, number one, we'll pop the clutch off of here. Get this little E-clip, fiddly fucker. Okay, there we go. E-clip. Oh shit. Making my screws go everywhere, man. Those were the screws for this head protector. Just pop a little flat blade screwdriver in there. Pry it up a hole at a time after you've taken the screws out. This won't come off if the screws are still in there, so you have to make sure those screws are out all the way. Take them out of the holes, not just loose. So there we go. There's a head. I've already taken this outside, plugged all the holes, and sprayed it liberally with carbon choke cleaner, like I tell you guys about. We're ready to get this clutch bell off of here. You kind of want to make sure you keep all your bearings in the correct orientation, any spacers, Teflon washers, stuff like that. You'll want to make sure it all goes back in the same order. However, I don't appear to have any spacers or anything like that inside my clutch. So there's all the bearings coming off. Clutch shoes themselves with the spring on. This clutch is going to go into the Slayer for the time being. I think I'll probably pick up some M2C kits here for all the trucks at some point, but not yet. We'll wait for the next nitro season a little bit longer, I think. All right, so let's take the head off now, just to get it up out of our way. Most of these screws are loose already. When you first crack these heads, you want to go in a star pattern, just like kind of when you take anything apart. Crack all the bolts before you. Oh shit! Crack all the bolts just barely. Get it out of the hole and take the tension off of it. That way nothing warps and you won't be a sad panda. Warp stuff is like super hard to chase, and it'll leak sometimes and not others. And ask me how I know. I drive a Subaru, man. Don't tweak your shit. Ordered up a new set of tools to work on everything. Thank fuck, because this thing is kind of a shit piece of machinery to work with, but gets the job done, I suppose. Cool. So, one cooling head, and we've got one copper shim on top of the sleeve. We're gonna make sure that stays with the head, stays with the motor. We are up at altitude, and maybe one day I'll take that shim out and up the compression of this thing, but it's not a super nasty race motor or anything like that, so not necessary, I don't think. Looking freaking beautiful inside. Love that. Not sure if I mentioned already, I've already sprayed this whole thing off, plugged all my holes, and now it's dry, so we can take these plugs off of here and start working with everything again. This piston and sleeve is considerably larger than the 2.5s are. That's the main difference, though. Off with the exhaust head, off with your head. Gonna try to strip the anodizing off of this thing. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's video. Depends. I am going to pick myself up a new little nitro slash that I'm very excited about. Or no, not a nitro slash, a mini slash. Well, it's a mini slayer when you get down to the inner workings of it. It's a Revo. It's a 1/16 Revo, which is exactly what a Slayer is a 1/10 Revo. But very excited about that. That's going to be a whole lot of fun, I hope. This thing's not even completely turned black or anything yet, so that's cool. Exhaust header's off. And next up comes the pull starter. I tend to start just as I get access and then work from the back to the front. You can take the carburetor out whenever you want to. That's arbitrary. I like to leave the flywheel on if I can. I didn't have one for the 2.5. Those are parts that'll come soon. It's not gonna be in a truck or anything at any time here in the near future. Probably closer to January. We got a busy couple months coming up, so, and Christmas, of course, and you know, sometimes it's a little bit hard to find time to do your hobbies during family time, and I would have it no other way, let me tell you that. Here we go, number 4. Since this is plastic, you don't really have to worry about that warpage thing I was talking about. You just want to do that with metal on metal parts, especially ones that seal, especially compression surfaces, obviously. You want your head gaskets to continue to seal and make some woo-pow. Keep that compression in there. We don't want it escaping. That's power that you lose. And that's lame, and we don't like that. Freshy one-way bearing. Outski. Think there's a Teflon washer on this. Get in here with the little screwdriver, yep. So this Teflon washer goes in on the front side, the nose of the one-way bearing, at the base of the starter shaft. There we go. Easy peasy. Next up, back plate. Out we go. Oh no, there we go. That's kind of bad. Boom, 1. Crack. Crack. And crack. And then we just go back in that star pattern. Try and go quick. Keep this video a little bit shorter. We 30-minute videos take a long time for processing and all that shit, but sometimes I just got shit to talk about, man. Gotta tell you guys. Off comes the starter shaft, off comes the back plate. O-ring looks good. Since this motor's so new, I am not replacing that O-ring, but I do have a new one on the way for the old 2.5. This thing is spinning nice. This thing still even has cross hatching up at the top. Man, this thing is buttery smooth. Not so bad from Traxxas. These motors get a lot of hate and really don't understand why. They're a whole lot of fun. Just crack that carburetor loose. Out she comes. Once again, O-ring unnecessary to be replaced at this point. We are just tearing this engine down so we can get the bearings out of it and throw some fresh Boca bearings in there. Like I said, this is a brand new motor, but fresh ceramic bearings will make this thing fucking spin, bro. So that's what we're gonna do. Next up, we'll do the sleeve. cut zip tie in the exhaust port, spin the motor. I think this sleeve will just come out by hand of me spinning the flywheel. Yep, there we go. And we get our plastic spudger, stick it in underneath the sleeve, give her a little twist, a little bit of persuasion. Ooh, it's playing hard to get. Oofies. Stick that under there and drop this. There we go. Grab that, and buttery smooth comes the sleeve. Beautiful still, no tarnish or anything like the 2.5. A little bit dirty, but because it's so new, we're not going to touch it. And reorganize between steps here. Getting a little sloppy, quick, man. Gotta stop it. Next up, piston to the top of the stroke, just like that, all the way at the top. Once again, don't drop it like I did in the last video. Just give her a nice little pull on the pin there. If you put your thumb on the top of it and pull the whole thing sideways a little bit, it doesn't bind against itself in a twist and just slides off that pin really nice and easily. There we go. That's a 3.3 piston. So show you 2.5, 3.3. Considerably larger, especially in the diameter, as you can see. Rods look just about the same. I'm gonna say the connecting rods look pretty similar as far as the depth of the groove in the center goes. And so it's possible there's a little bit more meat taken out of this new rod. To the eye, without measuring it, I can't really tell. Anyway, new sleeve, or new piston connecting rod out of there. Next, we will take off the flywheel nut. Let's, which tool am I going to use? Let's see if this will do it. No daddy. Also no daddy. Okay. Be right back. And we're back. So, situated. Got our nice big channel locks set to a pretty wide setting so they can get on the flywheel nicely and hold it. And we've got a 7mm socket on my ratchet. Boom, buttery. And we go. Crank nut, flywheel nut, whatever you want to call it. And then maybe we can get the flywheel off of here. Don't really want to stick a screwdriver in there or anything. So we're just gonna put the pliers behind the flywheel now and give her a little tappy tap. Oof. Are my physics correct here? knocking shit around. Apparently I've forgotten how to do this. Let's do this instead. We'll smack it with something nice and gentle, like a temperature gun. Now we're gonna fuck this temperature gun up. Damn it. Stand by. A little rubber mallet action here. The channel locks behind the flywheel. I don't think we're getting anywhere, man. What the hell am I doing? Apparently I'm clueless. Whoops. Maybe we'll try the violent method. Screwdriver. There we go. Just force it in between the two. And off it came. Got a flywheel. Then, got your little cone on the inside. Sometimes they just slip off. Other ones have a little slot in them, like that. There's a little slot. You guys would barely be able to see it if you can, but you'll be able to stick a really small flat blade screwdriver in there, and it'll spread it apart just a little bit and hang on to the screwdriver. So that's the easy way to get those on and off. Got the flywheel cone. Set these up correctly once again. And crankshaft pushed right on out of there. Very nice, very nice. No tarnish, no rust. The hole where the intake is on the 3.3 is freaking way bigger than the 2.5. So I wonder what a 3.3 and a 2.5 would act like. I bet that would be pretty rowdy. Worth trying? No. I mean, maybe if I come up on a 3.3 from somewhere. We'll see. We'll see. 3.3 crank is way bigger though. Same pin size, same bearing surfaces, just about the same lengths. Yeah, same lengths. Same lengths. My eyes were deceiving me a little bit. So, that is a completely shredded Traxxas 3.3. Now we're going to work on getting some bearings out of it. See how we're doing. Actually, wanna know what? We're gonna call that a video. I'm Wyatt with RC Done Right. We'll see you in the next one. Check you later.